When one flies to the Philippines to meet his Filipina for the very first time, no doubt there is much excitement but also some concerns, especially around what expectations she may have about you and what you have about her. Will she be the same person as she was online, or will she be different in some ways? This is an obvious question, but for most of us who have taken much time to chat with each other online, this will still be more of an afterthought than a real concern. And then the burning question on many foreign guys' lips is around what her expectations will be around sleeping together and when and where this should happen. Now, I know this is not spoken about all that often on YouTube, but certainly it's a very important topic to cover. After all, one doesn't want to be racing in there too fast, nor does one want to be waiting forever. So what is a couple to do here? Right here in this video, I'll give you valuable information which may very well answer all your burning questions around this topic. So be very sure to stay with me here. Now, first up, very quickly, we have channel community memberships available for just 99 cents US a month. So I invite you to come aboard and help create a fantastic community of like-minded people where you get some awesome perks for free, such as flip books around creating and maintaining relationships with Filipinas and discounts to my consulting service, as well as much more. The link to join is in the pinned comment and description below, or just press the join button below this video. Now back to the video. And I know some people will say that this subject should have been discussed with your Filipina prior to you going to visit her for the first time. But I do know that some guys may feel that discussing such things is best to do in person, and some Filipinas may be embarrassed by discussing such things, especially over a computer. We have to remember that not all people or relationships are the same, and we do what works best for our relationship and not necessarily for what other people tell you that will work. And also, one must know that what a person says online, then they can't know if they'll feel that way when you guys meet for the very first time in person. And as such, anything said over a computer, one should know that a person has a right to change their mind as the circumstances dictate. Simply, the Filipina could be overcome with emotion and her mind may be racing as she may not be able to process all that's going on in her mind at that time. She may need a little time to really think about it and believe that you're actually there with her. Now, I've said it in other videos and certainly maintain the same here, that when you meet in person, you're effectively starting a whole new phase of the relationship again. This is now close up and far more personal, and all of a sudden the relationship becomes very real. And for some people, and Filipinas, they need some time to get to know you in person before making such a commitment like getting physical with you. And really, this shouldn't be taken lightly by you both, and you should respect each other's wishes if this is to be the case. After all, what's the hurry? I do know that many people, both foreign guys and Filipinas, may have been waiting for the day to meet and have wondered what it would be like to physically hold each other and to get more intimate. And for some, they're happy to dive right in on that very day. But for others, they may not want to push or pressure the Filipina into something she may not be ready for at that time. And something to consider here is that she may just agree because she doesn't want to upset you. And when this happens, you wonder why she didn't seem all that into it. So what I'm saying here is that your expectations may be far different to her expectations around when exactly should the physical part of the relationship commence. And the best way to find out is not to put any pressure on yourself or on her and let things develop naturally. You can't really say, okay, I'll give it a week and that's it, or say I'll wait a month, because taking your relationship to that level is something one can't predict when it will happen. We can all go racing in with the best of plans and intentions, but ultimately it will come down to how the relationship progresses, if there's a true connection and spark between the two of you, and when the passion reaches that level high enough for the both of you to be sure this is what you guys both want. You're both adults in an adult relationship, and only the two of you will know what's right and when the time is right to take that next important step. The main concern a decent and caring man will have will be for the Filipina, and he must know that even when he first meets the Filipina, whether it be at the airport or at her house where she has relatives who of course will be keen to see this mysterious foreigner, that public displays of affection are generally not received well, and it could embarrass your Filipina if when you first meet you get a little carried away with kissing or have somewhat wandering hands. So be sure to bear that in mind and give full respect and consideration to your Filipina on that first meeting, and keep your expectations at a sensible and realistic level. Now, I know some guys have the idea in their head that when they meet their Filipina, they'll race them off to a hotel and have all sorts of wild ideas of what they'll do there. But guys, just calm the farm a little here and allow the two of you to get acquainted in person as a couple together without being rushed or in a hurry, and enjoy just hanging out together for a while. Meet her family and friends and perhaps go for a nice dinner together, and then a romantic walk along one of the tropical beaches, and start to allow the magic to slowly be created. I can guarantee that it will happen at the right time for both of you, and it's not something anyone needs to be concerned or worried about, let alone trying to plan something in your mind of where and how this will all play out. The mystery of it all will make it all that much more exciting, and when the time comes, it'll be bigger than the fireworks at the 4th of July celebrations, I do guarantee. If you're looking for more valuable information and tips around the first meeting with your Filipina, then be sure to check out my playlist on screen now. And remember, if you enjoy this channel, then hit the join button below to become a valued channel community member for just 99 cents US per month and receive some really cool perks. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.